Hi, this is Jack Stanley, and this is 2.5 Minutes of History. The commentator and newsman Walter Cronkite had a fascinating way of speaking. For those of you who recall, or for those of you who may study him after seeing this, listen to the way he speaks. It's really quite fascinating. He would give a certain power to each syllable. He didn't speak fast. He spoke slowly and emphasized every syllable. You know, the old joke used to be with Walter Cronkite that you put a bottle of isopropyl alcohol in front of him and then ask him to read it. And he would look at it and say, isopropyl alcohol. But the interesting thing is, I got to record and interview Walter Cronkite on January the 21st, 2000. We made a recording together. And one of the questions we asked was, how did you learn to speak the way you do? And he said, I was born in Missouri and moved to Texas. And he said, I had a father who would rap me on the knuckles if I showed one sense of twang. So he was very, very careful about how he spoke. And every single word was without a twang. So if you've ever wondered and ever thought about the way that Walter Cronkite had that unique delivery, it was because as a boy, he didn't want to get whacked on the knuckles by his father for showing some twang. And that's a little bit of the history of Walter Cronkite that people don't usually hear. And I thought it was kind of a fascinating thing to share in this little snippet of history. Because Walter Cronkite was very important in our history, very important in our news, and everyone will think of him with the JFK assassination and also the moon landings of 1969. And that's the way it was.